Mutants are one of the most powerful races in the entire Marvel universe. Their entire race consists of individuals who possess a mutation that grants them superpowers. Some have simpler powers like regeneration, super strength, or even wings. Some are a bit more absurd and can manipulate reality as they see fit. But today, let's talk about mutants with the greatest destructive power among them all. And I'm not talking about manipulating reality and destroying everything, or messing with people's minds and causing mass destruction. I'm talking about those mutants whose powers themselves are capable of causing unparalleled tragedies. If you want to know more, then settle in and let's get to the list. Number 1. Cyclops. The primary leader of the X-Men team has one of the most destructive and most misunderstood powers that exist. Misunderstood because many think that Cyclops has heat vision, but that's not the case. Visually, Superman's heat vision and Cyclops' optic blast are very similar, so it makes sense for people to confuse them, even though they're not from the same publisher. The thing is, Cyclops has a concussive blast and doesn't release heat like Superman. When his attacks hit something or someone, he's basically pushing the target backward, but with so much force that it can disintegrate practically everything in its path. He usually contains his power, and the few times he let loose, Wolverine himself is startled by the raw power that comes from his eyes. The limit of his power is unknown, but from time to time, he manages to split entire mountains with his eyes. He himself claimed that he hit the Juggernaut with such force that he could have split a small planet in half. He even managed to destabilize the Hulk when the latter attacked the X-Men's mansion after returning from Sakaar. So it's more than fair for him to be on the list. Number 2. HAVOK. HAVOK is Cyclops' younger brother, and like his brother, his powers are also linked to energy manifestation. Alex can absorb and release massive amounts of energy. The more energy there is around him, the stronger he can become. When his other brother Vulcan threw him into a star, he became so powerful that we can say he easily surpassed the Omega level. His energy blasts were more powerful than ever, and he almost single-handedly managed to end the entire battle that surrounded him. The heat he emits with his powers is so strong that it can turn into plasma, disintegrating everything he hits. Despite being immensely powerful, he depends a lot on external sources for power, which places him at the alpha level among mutants. Number 3. Storm. Storm is a mutant who, despite not having much prominence in live action or animations, is receiving due respect in the comics. Not long ago, in the new phase of the X-Men, she was officially named an Omega-level mutant for her unparalleled ability to control the weather. At her maximum power, she can control solar storms, and her power can cover the entire world. Her main means of attack involve using electricity, and with her lightning, she is able to stop Cyclops' optic blast. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, these blasts are extremely powerful. When Knull invaded Earth, she was on the front line to defeat the god of symbiotes, and Knull recognized her as a threat. It's no wonder that in some places in Africa, she is worshipped as a true goddess. Number 4. Avalanche. Avalanche became well known because of the X-Men Evolution animation. His powers involve manipulating vibrations, and he usually uses this power to cause natural disasters like avalanches, hence his name, earthquakes, and tsunamis. That explains why he's on this list. Just compare what these phenomena do in real life, and we already know the destructive power he possesses. By focusing, he can even affect the planet's tectonic plates, causing unimaginable havoc for the Earth and its population. Number 5. Magneto. Alongside Storm, Magneto was one of the mutants who received the title of Omega-level mutant, thanks to his power to control magnetism. He has such refined control of his powers that it doesn't even seem like his only ability is controlling the magnetic field. He can use electromagnetism to create electric attacks as powerful as Storm's. He can reverse gravitational fields and turn off gravity's effects in certain areas. In some comics, he had the ability to create wormholes and black holes, but it was never explained why he could do that. By focusing, he was able to bring Kitty Pryde back from a giant metal bullet light years away from Earth. It's no coincidence that he referred to himself as the most powerful mutant on Earth. Number 6. Iceman. Unlike Storm and Magneto, this one has always been considered an Omega-level mutant. As the name suggests, his power is ice manipulation, and being an Omega level, we already know that this control is absolute. Iceman has some absurd feats like freezing hell itself. He himself stated that he could easily bring about a new ice age for the entire planet. He can create an ice storm, and all the ice pieces that fall turn into clones of himself. He can create ice objects and true ice giants that he uses in combat, like Susanoo in Naruto. Of all here, he is the one with the most powerful feats and a true ace in the mutant team's manga, with very few beings on Earth capable of stopping him. Number 7. Sunspot. Sunspot is a Brazilian mutant and was once considered an Omega-level mutant for a while, but that was back when the Omega level wasn't very well defined, and nowadays he no longer holds that title. He has the ability to store solar energy, gaining a darkened form and the ability to manipulate energy. After being exposed to large amounts of solar radiation, he gained the ability to release this energy in the form of heat blasts. He also has the ability to increase and decrease the temperature in the environment where he is, along with the ability to generate energy explosions. At one point, he was able to pulverize entire buildings using his powers, and he himself referred to himself as being on the level of the Hulk, which is not true, but it shows that he knows he is very powerful. Currently, he doesn't have as much prominence as he has received in the past, but he is undoubtedly extremely dangerous, especially at his maximum power. Number 8. Vulcan. Since we opened the list with Summers, let's close the list with one more. Vulcan is the brother of Cyclops and HAVOK, one of the first mutants called by Xavier, and one of the most powerful. In his time as a villain, he was able to easily destroy several ships of the Shi'ar Empire through space, and was even able to take over that empire's throne. In his space conquest, he created a feud with Black Bolt, and for a while was able to fight him on equal terms, remembering that Black Bolt is the top 3 strongest on Earth. When he appeared, he defeated his 2 brothers and all the X-Men members who stood in front of him without any difficulty. His energy manipulation also earned him the title of Omega Level, and he was already called Beyond Omega Level by Rachel Summers. If you like the world of mutants in Marvel, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will bring you more videos.